Egypt is being squeezed, from above and below. For Seqenenre, the immediate danger lies in the north, where the Hyksos rule over the fertile Nile Delta from their capital, Avaris. They have a stranglehold on the trade routes and are starving Seqenenre of resources. As Dr. Gary Shaw explains, the Hyksos far outclass the Egyptians in military might.
The Hyksos brought with them, when they were expanding their territory, advanced technology compared to what the Egyptians had. The main one was probably chariots, which the Egyptians didn't have at this time.
And the advanced Hyksos armory doesn't stop there. Their soldiers use the lethal composite bow. Made from wood and buffalo horn, it outperforms the simple Egyptian bow in both range and killing power.
And the Egyptians were outmatched in every possible way when it came to their military technology.
Threatened by an enemy as powerful as the Hyksos, Seqenenre faces a stark choice. Live under the control of the occupiers, or risk everything in a war to drive them out.
The Egyptians suddenly woke up to the situation surrounding them, that they were now outmatched militarily, and the only way to solve this problem was to develop their society in a more militaristic way.
So what was Seqenenre's decision? Chris Naunton is on his trail. Archaeologists have been excavating at Deir el-Balas for over 100 years. Among these ruins, they made an extraordinary find. A door frame bearing the name Seqenenre Tau. This was once the site of a grand palace, built in the style of an imposing fortress. If this is Seqenenre's lost outpost, it's not the work of a weak and cowering king.
This would have been an incredibly impressive sight in its day. These walls were massive. They stood 2 stories high, and they would have been covered with a layer of fine, bright white plaster. All of this would have created a gleaming vision in the desert, an incredibly impressive sight.
This palace was built to last. Parts of it are still standing 3,000 years later. This structure wasn't just strong, it was huge.
Well, I have here a plan of Seqenenre's palace at Deir el-Balas. And you can see the full extent of what he was building. Not just the northern palace, but the whole of the landscape. And crucially, a second really substantial building of his, a southern palace built on the top of a hill overlooking the Nile. This would have given Seqenenre a commanding view of his enemies from the north. This is the Hyksos, of course, who for decades had been controlling the territory to the north of this part of the world. This was a settlement of some considerable size, and the fortifications, of course, suggest to us that there would have been a substantial military presence here as well. So it's not impossible that we could be talking about hundreds, if not thousands, of people settled here, all part of Seqenenre's efforts.